Yeah.
Too many bloody people.
Sounds good.
Take the stakes down.
These directions better be right.
Best position.
Give yourselves a little holiday. Never fight your betters. Hey, it's not worth fighting over. sure to get another of these.
Do they have a thing against bombs?
They couldn't just get lost.
Gotta recognize the scenes.
Blow off, wanker! Blow off, wanker!
bother me, you scared,
Blow
damn
off,
it.
wanker! Blow off, wanker!
I don't want to know what's gonna happen next.
Blow off, wanker!
Snipers are always priority targets.
Fuck yeah!
Keep an eye on things.
Your license plate number.
Hiding is weak.
used to this.
Over my dead.
Better not stop.
That was a sound excuse for a fight.
The celebrity of the 3rd Street Saints was put to a violent and destructive test in Stillwater. Patrons of a local bank were subjected to a mock holdup by this internationally popular gang. However, excitement was replaced with panic when shots rang out and blood began to decorate the lobby. During the ensuing firefight, the bank's vault was ripped from the building, showering rubble down onto the bystanders below. The extent of the damage landed the Saints, like so many celebrities before them, in jail, at least for a few hours. This is Jane Valderrama with your Celebrity Crime News.
This week on Nightblade, Nightblade comes to grips with the loss of his true love and vows to get justice.
Damn it, Nightblade, she's dead! They never found the body.
Has the death of his wife pushed Nightblade over the edge?
You're talking crazy, man! If you go into Mr. X's club, you're a dead man! Stu! I already am one. Nightblade! No! Sylvia!
Josh Berg stars as Nightblade. The Season 1 marathon continues this fall, only on Channel 12.
Like some hellish children's book, the sky has fallen in Steelport. 10 people are dead after several cars came raining out of the sky, crushing an apartment building in a fiery blaze. Dozens of bodies, along with a number of crates and mangled vehicles, filled the streets nearby. Leaders raided the scene before the police arrived, salvaging car stereos and sex dolls from the debris. The city morgue has not released the names of the victims killed in what seems to be a mid-air accident, and no plane wreckage has been found. This is Jane Valderrama, your Steelport Disaster Report.
This week on Neil, from the loss of his wife, Nightblade seeks vengeance and unleashes a barrage of hellfire against all who stand in his way.
Where's Mr. X?
I don't know what you're talking about!
Wrong answer.
Nightblade's search for Mr. X leaves a trail of destruction, where no man is safe. But the enigmatic Mr. X has some tricks of his own.
You failed, Nightblade. While you were following false leads, Mr. X destroyed
Moving to the enemy.
Mr. X!
Josh Berg stars as Nightblade. The Season 1 marathon continues this fall. Channel 12.
A light rain can refresh the soul and wash away the stains of the dead. When that rain is several tons of mud, the stains are all that's left of the people caught in the downpour. Several National Guard helicopters suffered from some form of malfunction during what officials are saying was a training exercise. Though several eyewitnesses report one helicopter carrying what looked like a bomb, no confirmation is being given. The wreckage is being cleared away and taken for further analysis in the hopes such an event will never happen again. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport breaking news.
This week on Nightblade, Nightblade confronts Marion, whose love for him has grown stronger and more dangerous.
I thought this was an emergency.
It is.
You said you needed me.
I do.
I don't have time for this.
Nightblade, don't
Will
go!
Marion's love for Nightblade make it hard for the vampire hunter to do his job?
I tried to love once, Marion. After losing Sylvia, I can never love again.
Josh Berg stars as Nightblade. The Season 1 marathon continues this fall, only on Channel 12.
For those who work in retail, life can be full of monotonous sales and customers that make one wish torture was legal. However, for a few employees of Planet Saints, life recently became more worth the pain. The leader of the Saints and Japanese commercial superstar Pierce Washington stopped by to do a little shopping. Though no autographs were signed for the hard workers at the store, shoppers were treated to a show of skill when an enraged man attacked the Saints after they exited the store. The ensuing fight showed bystanders the Saints had not gone soft as international celebrities. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Celebrity News.
This week on Nightblade, Nightblade is public enemy #1 as the Cyprian Order comes in search of blood.
Go, my children, and bring me Nightblade's head. Yes.
Now, the hunter becomes the hunted. But first, he must come to grips with the fact that his wife is gone and will never be replaced.
God damn it, Nightblade! I love you!
I know.
You know? That's all you have to say?
Mary and I, we can never be together. It's not fair to me.
You're a coward.
Nightblade is fighting a war in his own head, and casualties are high.
I've fought so hard, lost so much. Is it wrong to want to be happy? God, get a hold of yourself, Nightblade! You're a vampire! There's no room for love in your world. Oh, Nightblade!
Josh Berg stars as Nightblade. The Season 1 marathon continues this fall, only on Channel 12.
Parties with the rich and famous usually involve expensive champagne, recreational drugs, and numerous hookers. Now, gunfights can be added to that list. Shots were fired in a downtown penthouse apartment, resulting in several deaths and at least one noise complaint filed by a neighbor. The reason for the violence is unknown. However, some guests were seen fleeing the scene after a fight broke out. Among the attendees were several local and foreign businessmen, as well as a reported appearance from the Saints. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Celebrity Crime Report.
This week on Nightblade, the love between Nightblade and Marion is forbidden. And now he must decide between risking his life and saving her from the Cyprian Order.
Nightblade! We gotta get out of here!
We can't leave her!
For God's sakes! Look at her! We can't move her!
And one
No, I'll be fine.
major character
I swear to God, we're coming back for you.
will die.
Marion!
Josh Berg stars as Nightblade. The Season 1 marathon continues this fall, only on Channel 12.
Black Friday takes on a different meaning today as the popular gun boutique Powder was stormed by a band of armed assailants. While shoppers fled in terror, the attackers looted and pillaged the smoking ruin. At this time, it is uncertain what exactly these delinquents were looking for, but it clearly wasn't on sale. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Bargain Hunting News. challenged with the destruction of one of downtown's largest skyscrapers. As if a piece of a puzzle has gone missing, sucked up in the vacuum of destruction, this towering building was destroyed by what police are saying was a large bomb. The blast originated from the loading dock of the massive structure, suggesting a delivery gone horribly wrong. Police are beginning the effort to sort through the evidence being pulled out of the rubble, though the extent of the damage does not leave much hope for finding those responsible. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Skyline update.
This week on Nightblade, Stu and Nightblade are torn as Nightblade vows to seek out and kill Mr. X.
NB, you know the Cyprian order's on your ass? You can't go looking for Mr. X.
He has to pay for what he did to Sylvia, what he did to me.
What about what the Cyprian order did to Marion?
Back off, Stu.
You were so busy pining over a dead girl, you didn't even notice the living one right in front of you.
Back off, Stu!
Will the Cyprian order get in Nightblade's way? Or is it open season next as Nightblade seeks revenge? X is on the run, and Nightblade's closing in.
Mr. X!
Josh Burke stars as Nightblade. The Season 1 marathon continues this fall, only on Channel 12.
Like an action-adventure movie, citizens of Steelport are being terrorized by a giant boulder. The several-ton object escaped from an office building downtown when the cables for a counterweight snapped and sent this rolling ball of death out into the streets. Though an elevator was crushed during the fall, rescue workers were unable to pry apart the metal to determine if anyone was inside. The presence of what appeared to be blood suggested the worst. At this time, city officials are uncertain how this new menace will be removed before more people find themselves crushed under its enormous weight. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Terror Report.
This week, Nightblade. Stu and Nightblade are torn as Nightblade vows to seek out and kill Mr. X.
NB, you know the Cyprian...
With the hope of an impromptu fireworks display, people looked up, only to see falling gun shells raining down into their eyes. The apparent theft of a cargo container gave citizens a scare as gunfire was heard in the skies above Steelport. Several helicopters flew through the city, dodging bullets coming from rooftops throughout the area. The contents of the container are unknown, though several people on the ground report it was leaking what they describe as smelling like urine. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Import News. As if Steelport was an enemy nation, military vehicles rolled into the streets while troops deployed all over the city. This invasion of armed forces vows to end the death and destruction that has plagued our streets. Upon their arrival, a raid was conducted on a popular nightclub where the head of one such criminal organization was said to be hiding. Several people were shot and killed in the ensuing firefight, while property damage is estimated in the hundreds of thousands. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Safety Update. What rebellious teenager didn't go joyriding in their parents' car, blowing off steam and staining the back seat? However, the theft of a military aircraft caused more than a 2-week grounding. The unknown suspect unloaded the plane's weapons onto both Stag outposts and city streets, destroying millions in military and civilian vehicles and property. Roadblocks were destroyed entirely, and a public park was filled with the bodies of the soldiers who tried to stop the chaos. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Crime Report. Tween girls cried out in heartbreak as the rumor of Josh Burke's kidnapping spread. The idolized actor portrays the vigilante gunpoint and thrown into the back of a vehicle. At this time, it is unclear if Burke is alive or dead. Support sites are popping up on the internet by the hour, begging those responsible to let the actor go, while opponents of the violent scene on the show are claiming this is karmic retribution. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Celebrity Gossip. When you have to rob a bank in order to pay for an apartment in downtown Steelport, one expects the comfort and security such a price should bring. However, several residents in downtown were surprised when a massive stag operation destroyed the penthouse loft on top of their building. Military planes, explosive devices, and enough firepower to occupy a small country were used in this latest example of Stag's fight against gang activity in the city. Commander Cyrus Temple has commented that the operation was a success, though he would not give a statement on any plans to aid the innocent residents affected by the destruction. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Community News. Angered over Eddie Kilbane Pryor's exclusive interview, members of the 3rd Street Saints confronted several of his associates, gunning them down in an abandoned office building. Your very own Jane Valderrama cornered these now infamous killers to ask them their thoughts on the accusations of the self-proclaimed philanthropist. While the conversation was punctuated with guns waving threateningly, the message was clear. The Saints want to end Kilbane's life. The reasons behind this murderous intent did not come out, though the recent release of a video showing their involvement in the destruction of a memorial bridge in Stillwater may have sparked their ire. This is Jane Valderrama, risking life and limb for you, Steelport. Hot potato. One of the most powerful supercomputers in North America has been taken from Stag by the Deckers, who have now lost it to the Saints. Remarkably, it appears that the computer took no damage during these violent exchanges, and the Saints are believed to have it secured in an undisclosed location. There is no official word regarding the Saints' plans for the computer, but rumors are beginning to swirl around an ambitious new spin on virtual reality porn. Stay tuned for further details. This is Jane Valderrama with your Steelport Mobile Computing News. Gang tensions went nuclear today as rivals rumbled in a popular Steelport roller. When the Saints arrived at the former nuclear plant that had been renovated by the Deckers, tensions mushroomed into a firestorm of violence. Now that slightly irradiated bodies are flooding the city's morgues, it appears that purple will be the new color of choice for Steelport skaters. What is the Saints?